Hello everyone, how's it going? So I have to tell you guys some updates on our big van. As many of you may have seen in past videos and whatnot, we drive a Nissan NV 3500. So it's Nissan's big passenger van, which is something that Nissan has actually decided to discontinue at this point in time. They are no longer producing them even this year. This is the last year. Well, this is supposed to be the last year they're producing them, but they're actually already done producing them. And they pretty much were already by the beginning of the year. So there's that. So 2021 is the last year you can get these Nissan NVs. Anyhow, this is our second one that we have owned. I did another video when our red van was starting to have some issues, which ultimately we found out after we had traded it in, ended up being the wiring harness. There was some issues with it that was causing some shorts basically in the connection. It took them weeks of having it on their lot and driving it and stuff to get it to replicate and figure out just what was going on. They got a little too confident, and then the tech who was driving it had to drive it in limp mode a pretty decent distance on the way back. But anyhow, they had talked us into trading in for this van at that time before they were able to diagnose it, because they said it was costing them too much in warranty work to continue with having us bring it in constantly because of everything that was going on. So fast forward, we've had this van for just over 2 years now. And guys, I love these Nissan NV vans because of the things that they offer, but I'm kind of struggling with it because we feel like this one has started having some issues, and we feel like it has. We know it has. They're actually known issues that are, I don't know how to really go with that one, so I'll explain that in a sec. I love the seat configurations. I love the high back seats. I love the fact that this is genuinely a truck that's extended. This is built on a Titan frame. They use the Titan engines, which is part of the other part, and all of that. It's got a lot of great safety features, partially because these were originally built as commercial vehicles. Then Nissan decided to go ahead and produce them as passenger vehicles. There are other countries that are going to continue to have them as passenger vehicles, but in the US, they are discontinuing them. So there is that. But anyhow, guys, going back to the engine, we noticed a couple months ago that there was, at certain times, you could hear almost a tick when the engine was running. And we thought, okay, something's wrong. Engines shouldn't tick. And we took it in. And actually, guys, I'm going to cut in right here. I took this clip the other day to share with all of you, but also Kyle, if you're watching this, you've been asking for a while to be able to hear the engine for this thing. So here that is. Okay, Kyle, this one is actually for you because you've asked for it before. I've got the Nissan running. Now, let's see, say you're really good with engines. Can you hear what's wrong with it? I've actually got it scheduled for service next week. We've had it in once before to have it checked out because there is kind of a knock in the engine, but apparently it is a known issue with the Titan engines. And since the NVs and the Titans kind of run in the same line, these guys, some of them ended up with those same engines, and yeah, they don't replace it until the scoring inside of the cylinders is deep enough, even though it's a known issue, and they know that they will be replacing this engine and that we have 3 years left on our warranty. So it's going to get replaced by them either way, but that's what we're waiting on now. I have it in next week again to see if that scoring is bad enough yet to get a new engine. And we're under 20,000 miles yet. Okay, guys, so as I said in that clip, the Titan engine that they put in these actually has a known issue. There's something that's misaligned within the cylinders, and it causes some scoring inside of it that has to reach a certain depth. In fact, they swear you can drive on it forever, no matter how much it's knocking or anything else. And in the last 2 months, this has become... Poorly timed phone calls will throw off every video. I think I was saying anyhow that, so they said we could drive on it forever. And in the last month, it has become noticeably louder. It's becoming more of a knock than a tick, though not crazy loud. So I took it in today. I needed to get an oil change done anyhow, had them check that out. They said, in fact, the first report actually came back and said that they didn't detect any noise. And I looked at the gal and I kind of gave her a cockeyed look and I was like, seriously? I said, this is a noise you guys already verified it was louder. And she kind of looked at the paperwork and she looked at me and she goes, it's not loud enough yet. So we are going to continue taking this back in every couple of months. The nice thing is we have 3 more years on our warranty for this van where they will cover the engine. So when that happens, they will cover it. So every couple months, that's what, and she kind of encouraged too. We're going to take it back in. Though at the moment though, you know, they swear nothing's wrong with it. And so we can actually go based off of that. There's a small part of me thinking, you know what, as much as I like some of the features of the NV, maybe we just need to get out of it. There's a lot of people hunting for them. The warranty will transfer with it. So we can do that too. I don't know yet if we're going to sell it or not. Probably sell it rather than trade it in though, because, you know, it just works out better for us that way. And honestly for somebody else too, because it gives us wiggle room as far as negotiating goes versus if we trade it in and then they got to deal with the dealership to buy it. That's a whole other thing. But like I said, the warranty and everything would transfer if we did that. But I don't know. We're going to figure all of that out. In the meantime, we're just going to keep driving it because it is a reliable vehicle. And they swore to me too that if they were to be wrong, that they would pay to tow it and everything else. And I have to say they have not been wrong. We've not actually had any additional issues as far as that goes. It's not having any problems driving. It's not dying like the other one was or anything like that. It's just making noise. So, which you guys, honestly, I listened to that video too, and I can't say that I necessarily heard it so much in the video. It's way more apparent in person, but it is what it is. There is that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drive home now because I've got kiddos I got to get stuff done with this evening before the teenagers go to youth group and we start everything all over again tomorrow as far as appointments and stuff. And then we actually have a respite placement again this weekend. So that's going to be fun. Just one kiddo this time and yet another age. It's one of those things I kind of feel like we're like testing each age range and we're really going to have it figured out as far as what everybody in the house is most comfortable with, what works out for everybody. I know our oldest son is going to be elated this weekend because he's going to have somebody to play with again. And it sounds like this kiddo is a boy's boy. He likes to run and play. So we'll figure that out. In the meantime though, guys, I'm going to get driving home. I hope you guys are having a blessed day. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss everything else coming up next. And I'll see you in the next one.